Hi, and welcome to Kidney Plugged In. From the Kidney Wellness Hub section on eating well, we're proud to present Come Cook With Us, Smart Food Swaps Edition, with hosts Dani Renouf and Anja Webster. So don't go anywhere, because we've got some smart food swap tips coming your way next, right here on Kidney Plugged In.
Good evening, everyone. It's so wonderful to be back here together with my dear friend and co-host Anja to go through smart food swaps, right? So what does that mean for us? How do we define that this evening? Lots of ways to be smart in the kitchen, but you've got a few ideas for us.
What were we talking about earlier? Just a few of the things that we're going to be swapping. So we're going to be swapping some salt for some herbs and spices today and show you how to make your own spice blends. We're going to be swapping that oven for the microwave and for just prepping some cold prep and one stovetop thing.
Maybe some
plates
high
for
cost.
mason jars.
Yeah, plates for some high cost for lower cost options, especially when it comes to protein, and really promoting plant-based and fish protein for cost saving. And we'll go through that. And time, right?
Mm-hmm. Time
Let's
in
swap.
the kitchen to time for eating,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. We have so
Doing
many
other
minutes
things.
in the day. Let's swap some of those out for just relaxing and being with our family and friends.
I made two spice blends to use in my cooking. One is a Mexican spice blend and one is a Mexican curry spice blend. I love having these on hand. You can use them instead of salt. You can use them instead of carrying a whole bunch of spices in your cupboard. Dani and I were talking about how we love to use them when we're traveling too. Sometimes if you're staying in Airbnb or a place that has their own kitchen, you get there and you want to cook something and you can't because all you've got is salt and little packages of salt and pepper usually. So I love these, and then I also really like making our own spices because then you can cater them to your taste. So for example, the curry powder, I didn't use as much cumin because my family doesn't like it. I love it, but they don't like it as much. So some of the traditional already made curry blends are a little bit too cuminy. So love them. You can use them in curries. You can use them in your rice dishes. Everything that you want, just throw it on different flavors in there.
Spices come from plants, right? So they're very, very high in antioxidants, but after a while they do start to sort of go off. So just make sure you check the expiry dates, and when you open a package and start blending it, try to use it right away. Keep it away from heat as well. Extreme heat makes them go more rancid more quickly, for lack of a better word. So those are my kind of passionate pieces around spices.
And speaking of Dani making spice blends, so this is what Dani likes to give us for Christmas, and what I love using. Every year we've gotten little curry blends. So also something you can do, you can make these at home and they can be your little hostess gifts or easy gift to share as well. So
there you go.
Thank you, Dani, for that reminder, because she does do that for us dietitians. Okay. Awesome. Next, we're going to move on to our mustard and honey vinaigrette. I will be using maple syrup because it's what we have on hand. What we do when we show these recipes, I want you to be able to still use your flavors and what your preferences are, what do you have on hand. So please feel free to adjust things as you get more and more comfortable in the kitchen. You'll feel nicer about doing that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it in this jar because this is where I'm gonna make my salad later.
And what's kind of neat, you'll see, and you can do this in a salad bowl too, is when you put your ingredients into a salad bowl and you dress it from the top down, it does taste different than when you dress it from the bottom up. I don't know why, but I think it gets coated and incorporated better. So I'm all about flavor. Like if you're cutting out the salt, you gotta try to find flavor from other things. So I do think that it works better when you make the dressing on the bottom of the bowl and then just add your ingredients to on top. And this is great because you'll see, we'll just shake it up.
So then you can shake it. I mean, this doesn't look like much because I'm trying to save, this is for one, so yours will make for 6. Your dressing can also be stored if you don't want to make the salad for the night. You can just make the dressing, use it for yourself the one night, and it will store in the fridge. I think it was 5 days. So.
Yeah, perfect.
There's no garlic or anything in here, so there's nothing
but
really
it smells incredible, and it's a really beautiful color, and it scents like it doesn't cost a lot of money. It's very inexpensive to make your own dressing. And what I really like about it is it's just got, a lot of flavor. The Dijon is great. It smells amazing.
Another tip for speaking of the Dijon in here. So when you get to the end of your Dijon or mustard jar, instead of throwing it away, you can make your dressing in there, and then it's going to give all that mustardy flavor.
My favorite.
So you're not having to scrape it out, and it's still going to make a good dressing.
So good.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make my salad.
Perfect.
What
This is salad in a jar.
So this is salad in a jar. What you want to do is you're layering it. The lettuce is going to be at the top so that it doesn't wilt. So if you dress your salad ahead of time, we've all had it, or we've got salad left over, we do have to chuck it because the lettuce goes bad. So I'm going to do this with my grain. I had some leftover buckwheat. You can use whatever you've got. If you've made your carbohydrate for the week, you can do rice, you can do quinoa, you can do barley, you can do whatever you've got on hand. I even made it once and I just used some croutons I had because I didn't have anything pre-made. It's still just going to give you that sustenance to keep you full for lunch.
And I know you might think this is strange, but you know, we're featuring oats tonight as well in one of our recipes. If you have cooked oatmeal, leftover cooked oatmeal that's not seasoned with anything, not sweetened, or you have no cinnamon, just plain, you can use oatmeal as part of the salad. I really encourage you to try it. I know that sounds weird, but it's really good.
So I'm doing about, again, you don't have to measure these things, but I'm using about a 1/4 cup. This is what's gonna fit in my jar. The other thing, it wouldn't be a come cook with us episode.
I know, we love
didn't
cabbage.
use cabbage.
I'm sorry.
So
I know cabbage is maybe a bit boring to some of you, but we think it's amazing. We're gonna do a whole episode on cabbage someday, I swear.
What I will also say is, so for cabbage, I didn't wash it. It's a lot. You can chop it up. You can wash it in your salad spinner, and then dry it off.
Spin it around.
You just want to be washing only what you're going to be using.
Yeah.
If you're going to pickle it, you might want to wash it just to make sure there's no dirt or anything left on it when you're going to pop it in the fridge.
Yeah, I just do. I put it in my salad spinner like Anja says, and I just kind of soak it and I rinse it out if I'm pickling it, because you don't want it to, you don't want the bad bacteria in your pickling jar.
I'm going to say while I'm chopping the celery, I used to throw away this middle part of the celery.
Yes.
I pop it in my soup. So this is the best part of the celery.
It's the best part.
I don't know what I was doing.
It's the heart.
I'm chopping. This
it's the
is
heart
really good.
of
Don't
celery.
throw away. It's yellow and the rest is green, but it's not as strong of a flavor. Anyway,
it's really good at salads. So. Yeah, and I love the leaves that you're putting in. And the colors are so beautiful. Part of joyful eating, right? Part of feeling really good about the food you're eating is the color. It's the eye appeal. You see all the different colors already represented in this salad. And you know, it's already making me hungry. So
that's our salad.
Pretty.
So it looks so pretty.
So pretty.
What I'm gonna do when I want it for lunch tomorrow, you can shake it up and then the dressing will hit it. You can also pop it in a bowl or in a plate just to dress it a little bit nicer. But yeah, and then you pop it in your lunch kit with what's that thing called? The freezer pack. An ice pack. An ice pack. And take it with you to work. Okay. Breakfast in a jar. So this one I like in the warmer months because it's a colder cereal. Again, you can rewarm it. I don't use yogurt in mine so that if I do want to warm it up the next day, I can reheat the oatmeal. So we're gonna make overnight oats. What you're gonna be using is some oatmeal. Again, you can change all these recipes to cater to what you like. It's about a 1/4 cup, but my 1/4 cup is now dirty, so I'm just using. Use your heart to measure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't.
This is also not science. It's more art. It's how you want it to look the next morning. Do you want it to look oaty? Do you want a
lot of oats? Do you want a lot of chia seeds?
Yeah.
So the next thing I'm using is chia seeds. Great fiber in here. They're gonna emulsify in there.
Great source of omega-3s. I love my omega-3s. We got a lot of omega-3s tonight between the sardines, the salmon, and the chia.
I'm gonna use some peanut butter. You don't have to use peanut butter. You can use any nut or seed butter. You can also just omit it. I like it for a little bit of protein, but you can also just top some nuts or seeds on at the end, or you can have your oatmeal with an egg, or leftovers, beans, or fish, or anything the next day.
Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt on the side.
That smells amazing. Cinnamon is aromatherapy. Like what these spices are doing are just kind of clearing my head.
They smell so good, right?
Yeah,
they make a big
smell
difference.
so good. Yeah.
So this is, I mean, this is not as pretty right now because I've made it in here. If you wanted to make a big batch, you could make it into a bowl and then scoop, before you top the fruit on, you could scoop it into the jars the night before. This will again last in your fridge for about 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I do like to add some more milk. It does get quite dense. The chia seeds and the oats are going to soak up all that milk. So you do want to add some milk again on the top and stir it around before you eat it. It's going to be a nicer texture.
Wonderful. So I'm excited because I want to show you the energy bites. And I love this recipe because it's literally, well, I do 3 ingredients. I don't really use maple syrup or honey in mine because I find the bananas sweet enough. And so, but you can certainly choose to do that. But I love this recipe because what we're trying to do is get fewer ingredients in recipes and still make them really, really delicious. So what this recipe calls for is a 3 cups of the old-fashioned oats. So this is about 3 cups. And then I need a cup of nut butter. So I'll just grab that. And what I've done here is, thank you. What I've done here is, I know these bananas look a bit wrong. They look very brown. That's because they come from my freezer. So I basically, you know, have bananas on the counter. They're getting 1 cup of that. So basically what I do when they get really overly ripe is I'll put them straight into the freezer. The bananas here, they're perfect for what I'm using them for. And I use bananas a lot in my, I'll do that. I'll use bananas a lot in my muffin recipes as well. And you know, you might say, well, I have a high potassium level, I shouldn't be eating bananas. And basically what I'm doing is I'm diluting them out in all these, in this recipe and all these energy bites that I'm gonna be making. So that's something that can give you a bit of assurance that you can enjoy bananas in this way or in a muffin recipe without worrying that it's gonna, you know, shoot your potassium up. I'm just kind of making a dough, right? I don't know if anyone's cooking along. Just keep it coming. Yeah, keep it coming. Let's throw it all in. And then, this is my favorite part. You know, I love dough. I used to make my own bread all the time, but unfortunately I can't eat so much bread nowadays because I have a bit of an intolerance. So I do use gluten-free oats a lot, and I love making this dough. I just love getting into dough. So we use the oats in our overnight oats, and then we ground up those same oats into an oat flour. So how much money do I save by grinding my own oat flour versus buying it prepared? And you remember, like spices, as soon as you grind things, you are releasing fat. And so when you release fat, things go rancid. So, you know, the oat flour you buy in a store is never going to be as fresh as what you can kind of food process quickly at home. So I do love making my own stuff that way. And it's not hard. You maybe have one of these at home, like a little cookie scoop.
I'm gonna stand over here.
And I love it because it gives me the perfect measure. And then I just roll these into such cute, yummy energy bites.
Can I freeze them, Dani?
Absolutely, my friend.
Perfect.
Freeze them because I notice with a lot of my patients and clients that people complain of that 3:30, 4 o'clock slump. They come home and guaranteed they haven't had a big enough lunch, so of course they're hungry. So if you didn't eat enough for lunch because you were rushed, this is a great snack before dinner.
Why else this is a great snack is that you've got protein, fat, and carbs in here. You've got your carbohydrates from your oats, you've got your protein and your fat from your peanut butter. Those are what you want to make a good snack. That's what's gonna keep you full to get you to that energy to your next meal. So these are great to pack with you to have at 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock on your drive home, before you get home, starving, raiding the cupboard for the crackers, the chips, you know, all the things that we crave when we're very hungry.
Perfect. The other thing that we can use from our beautiful array here is we can use the chia seeds. We can just, incorporate them into the dough and bump up the fiber a little bit, bump up the omegas. You can use ground flax or actual seeds, sesame seeds, flax seeds, whatever you have to bring into this dough, and makes it just have a bit of different taste to it and different vitamins and nutrients. So it's a great little recipe. Oh, I'm so excited for your next recipe. Sardines on toast. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but I love sardines. Raise your hand if you're with me on this, because they are so good.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
We're in.
This is what we're talking about. We're gonna bring it back to cabbage and sardines. We're bringing back all these
I know.
foods that have kind of gone under. Kale came
1950s.
up.
I know,
exactly.
we're bringing back the 50s is what we're doing. And we love the 50s. We just think that was an era where they tapped into really great things, and there's a lot of smart economizing that went on. And this is a great example of a wonderful canned food that's really good for you.
So again, a canned food. One, we did the price. So the sardines, this is I did fillets, so these are a little bit more expensive than if you just got the whole sardines. You could do whichever one you choose. If you're watching your phosphorus, the fillets have a little bit less bones than the other ones. If you're like one of my transplant patients and you want more phosphorus, then you actually want the bones. So either way, I also rinse these under cold water to get rid of some of that sodium. You can find the low sodium one. I believe Dani was able to find for her next recipe, foreshadowing.
Yes.
No added salt salmon. But these I just rinsed under cold water. You can do that with your tuna. You do that with your beans. Anything canned will help to get rid of some of that salt or sodium. So what I'm gonna do, I've already toasted it. You can also butter it if you want. I'm just keeping it easy. So I've got some lettuce. Again, you can use spinach. You can use whatever else you've got in the...
Drizzle some olive oil too onto the bread.
I'm gonna do that at the end.
Honey, I cannot wait. I'm excited.
I'm gonna drizzle it at the end.
Yes, friends, drizzling is the best.
You know, we should have had your compost thing. She had a fancy compost thing we were going to use, and I said, no, we don't need it.
I'll spot you. Just magically it disappears. That's what we do here.
The magic
it's
of
magic.
TV.
And then the camera crew helps us. Just kidding, camera crew.
Okay, and I've got a tomato. So Dani already talked about the potassium, right? We've had so much teaching in the past that we can't have tomatoes, we can't have bananas, everything's too high in potassium. We've talked about it before. What we're learning now, and more of the evidence, is that the whole foods for the potassium are actually okay. So your fruits, your vegetables actually can help lower those potassium levels because you're getting the fiber. You're getting the fiber from the bread, getting some fiber from your veggies. So go ahead, have especially a couple slices of tomatoes. This isn't even high potassium.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You get so much water in fresh ingredients, and frozen vegetables would be in the same category. They're high in water. Once you start going into pizza sauce or pasta sauce, where you've processed, you've concentrated, you've removed fiber, and you've boiled the tomatoes, right? Then you're going to see a different composition. So not all tomatoes are created equal. Not all potatoes are created equal. A double boiled potato versus French fries, you get frozen, very different. So that's been a bit of the tricky part, is kind of rewiring ourselves to think differently about food and how processing it matters, and also bringing that education to our patients. So I'm sure you're getting lots of mixed messages out there.
Awesome. So this is the sardines on toast. I added some olive oil. Again, you're getting that. You want that fat. You need your fat. You need your protein. You need your fiber. Those are the things that some of us steer away from. We don't get enough, and that's what's going to keep us full.
So this is my salmon stuffed peppers. And the recipe that I adapted it from actually asked for cheese and melting it. So maybe you've had it that way. Stuffed peppers, in Iranian cuisine, we do it with ground meat and we bake it in the oven. We had in our Chinese New Year episode, we had some stuffed peppers as well that we featured. So many cultures stuff vegetables, and I really love doing that. I grew up eating stuffed peppers, and so this is kind of my homage to that, but made without turning on my oven, because I don't really feel like doing that. today. So great. So maybe the recipe calls for onion. I just saw this chopped onion and it spoke to me.
I think it was for your Shak Shuka.
Yeah, but I'll just use some of it. And then this is just a can of unsalted salmon, sockeye salmon. This is much less expensive than buying the fillets. Yeah. But if you have a fillet that you've made, right, and you have leftovers, you can use the leftovers to make this recipe.
That's a really great way to use your leftovers, because fish the next day, when you reheat it, it like overcooks it. It's never quite the same. So making it into this, that's your vinegar.
Good.
And that's your oil.
Good. It's going in.
That's what a great way to use it. Either make it into patties if you want to keep cooking, but this is another easy way. If you've got it already cooked, just make it into this and stuff your peppers with it.
So this is my favorite kind of dressing. I just use balsamic or white vinegar and olive oil. I'll use a bit of onion, and then I'll use one of the spice blends, whatever sort of I feel like. I kind of like this Mexican one, so I'm gonna use some of that. And I'm just mixing it in. And then my absolute favorite, Persians are obsessed with green herbs. And then I was wondering why that is. So I kept looking up why are people so obsessed with green herbs? And apparently the color green is the most desirable color to the human eye. No idea, had no idea, but that's so it is. So somehow all these different cultures, I'm sure, around the world, you know, connected with green and things being fresh and growing. So parsley is like my favorite. Look at how much I put in. I'm not gonna hold back.
It's the same amount as the salmon. I love it. You're gonna make it so beautiful.
I'm just gonna do that, right?
Again, follow your heart. Dani's heart speaks to her, telling her to use parsley.
And it smells amazing.
It does smell
And parsley's really versatile as well. You'll see, I'll put it in my recipes, but your salad in a jar, you know, that could have been a nice one, even with your sardines. I know you're partial to basil, but like you say, if it's really expensive, you can do parsley. I mean, parsley grows on the countertop, right? So you can be a gardener, just
put it on here.
Just like that. Now I'm just taking the peppers, right? I'm stuffing this mix into them. Now, you can also make this into a lettuce wrap if you have lettuce that you need to go through, like a romaine lettuce boat would be cute, right? And that's kind of how I do it.
Beautiful.
That's that. Done. So the next thing I'm going to make is Shak Shuka, which is a recipe from North Africa and the Middle East, and it's an egg-based recipe, egg and tomato base. As I mentioned, I'm from northern Iran, so in northern Iran we use eggs as well, and we'll do variation on this with like exactly as this is, or we'll do tomatoes with other herbs. Yeah, so it's very, very nice. Oh, this is so good. Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna turn it down a bit. So the onions cook until they are translucent, just for a few minutes. You kind of want them to get a bit clear in color and soften up. And what that does is just creates a really nice flavor, so they don't taste so strong. They get really yummy, caramelized, right? Again, ways of adding flavor. We haven't added any salt at all. They're just tapping into natural flavors, which is really fun. And then I have some garlic. I love that these meals also can be used at different times of the day. Like you don't have to do, you could do this Shak Shuka for breakfast. You could do it for dinner. You could do it, you know, for whenever you want. So I've just added the peppers. And those will just get really happy. I'm gonna add some of my spice blends. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna add lots of this.
One day we're gonna do these live maybe so people can smell.
Smell.
Today it's not
So
as
good.
important because we're not cooking, but when we're cooking this, like
This is so
this
good.
smells really good.
This smells so good. Of course, I'm a bit partial to the curry spice for this one, just because I feel like it's got my flavors. The cumin I love, and the turmeric and all that good stuff. So I'm not gonna add all the tomato because this is quite a lot. And I'm just one person. Well, I'm gonna eat this all to myself. I'm not sharing this, so just kidding. Thank you. So yeah, so you want to kind of mash down the tomato, and you see I'm not using a lot, right? So there's no need to panic that I'm going to get a high potassium from this. And so I just want to make sure, I want the red color like just really beautifully incorporated into this mix.
What we really try to send home with these is that if you can include a variety of foods, you may need to monitor your nutrition for other reasons, but if you're including a variety of foods, you're getting lots of different colors on your plate, you use some of these recipes, which again are different cultures, different foods that you might not try normally, they're gonna help you to get your overall nutrition from the food. So we don't provide too much of the nutrition breakdown just because we still want the food to be really joyful and not just look at the numbers. Again, you can talk to your dietitian though if you need some more specific numbers for yourself.
Yeah, and if you're worried about deficiencies, like that's a really good question. And there's a lot to learn about that area still, because blood tests don't always give us the full picture. There's a whole slew of reasons why people become deficient, and so and it's very hard to sort of diagnose that unless you have physical signs of a deficiency. But if you have like a little bit of a deficiency, eating a variety of food is a very important way of making sure you tap into all the different micronutrients, the little nutrients. So that's our show. I don't want to keep you much longer, but you know what a cooked egg will look like. Eventually it will set, and once that's set, it's ready to go. It separates out into really beautiful portions, 1 egg for each person. Lovely dish. You could eat any time of day. So there you go.